Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Virgo. How are you guys? Let's see what's going on. Does Virgo need to know? Yeah, some guarded energy. Somebody here, I feel somebody pushing someone away here because they don't like something they're hearing. Someone may not be telling the whole truth. Yeah, there's some kind of confusion, things being hidden, secrets. Someone here probably should have told someone the truth. The truth always sets you free. Yeah, I do think someone here is feeling kind of confused. Looking for clues, looking for answers, I feel here. Kind of just shining a little light. Yeah, this is someone pushing someone away, but it's often a person too that stands up to somebody because they feel confused. They feel that someone's not telling them everything or their secrets. But yeah, someone's putting on the brakes here. Yeah, we have someone who's out of here. I feel this is a person taking back their power. And I do see this energy of a house, a home, a foundation. Like there's no foundation here, I feel. Yeah, we got somebody in their head. It's a person wanting to learn something. This is often someone who should have maybe spoke the truth here or told somebody. Maybe they were feeling confused or they had deep feelings. Like I say, there's confusion, mystery, secrets. Someone here is taking another look at the situation. Let's have a look at this King of Swords. Actually, I'm going to go up and do the Seven of Wands first. Yeah, there it is. This is someone taking another look. Now they feel determined to succeed. Someone's taken another look here. It has to do with the house, a home, a foundation. There's no foundation here. It also has to do with someone's financial foundation. It's a person who's skeptical. Yeah. So someone thinking like, what did they expect? Because we have a person who took back their power. Yeah, because it's somebody here, they didn't feel confident because there was someone not telling them what they needed to know, or they weren't telling the whole story. But there's something being learned about this. Often a lesson, yeah. We have that spark, desire, a passion, new beginning. Someone's putting on the brakes. This is someone taking back their power, standing up to someone, maybe blocking them or just pushing them away. But if this is someone who originally pushed someone away, the other person stands up to them. They feel confident at that time to do so, but this other person didn't tell someone something here. There was desire, there was a spark. So someone finding someone attractive, but I feel someone has, to me, it's somebody has a little bit of fear of losing control, a little fear of sharing emotional intimacy, maybe even a fear of intimacy. Let's have a look at the Chariot. Yeah, this is the energy of someone avoiding a situation, trying to avoid a disaster. See, there's been lessons learned. There's been time in between. We have a person been doing a lot of thinking. Tell me about the Four of Wands. Yeah, see, there's some sort of get-together, gathering. There's a home, a reason to celebrate. So someone's learning something, talking to people. Or just checking someone online or social media. They're just kind of looking for clues. They're trying to find something out. Because we have a person who's moved on. Someone has a fear of emotional. It's either emotion or a fear of intimacy. They're afraid that they're not good enough or the other person doesn't find them attractive. I mean, I'm seeing insecurities here. Tell me about this King of Swords. Yeah, so someone protecting themselves, their money too. This is someone not budging and giving in. But because of this, and it's because of the Chariot, because of the other person doesn't feel safe. The other person's not feeling safe. It's an energy of someone protecting themselves, their heart, because the other person puts on the brakes, keeps pushing them away. I think it's a fear of intimacy. Yeah, and I do see secrets. It could be all kinds of things. The Moon, you never know. Confusion, illusion. Yeah, this is someone who sees too the situation didn't serve. It's a person who often feels someone doesn't have their best interest at heart, but now because they're taking another look, the other person felt that way. Yeah, because they feel they got to protect themselves. See, they're protecting their money. The other person's just feeling they don't feel safe. Because they feel someone's not telling them everything. Yeah, the situation didn't serve, but this is an energy of, this is somebody who didn't expect the other person to push them away or stand up to them and take back their power. See, they've lost control. Yeah, it has to do with whether someone's faithful, loyal, or you're on the same page. Somebody trying to come up with an idea too. Like, I do feel someone's trying to come up with an idea. I feel too. It's about whether someone's faithful or loyal, but also has to do with commitment. Now, for some of you, I do see some sort of an agreement. I feel there is some kind of an agreement here. But it has to do with there's no commitment, there's no foundation. Someone has a fear of commitment as well because of some of these things. Let's have a look at Hierophant. Yeah, we got someone leaving this behind, taking back their power, going down another path. But now this person feels like a fool because the other person actually found them attractive. There was a spark, but they don't feel safe because the other person keeps putting on the brakes. See, the whole thing could have been avoided. This all could have been avoided. See, it all could have been avoided. This is someone in their head thinking they're trying to avoid a disaster, but the whole thing could have been avoided if someone who would have told someone the whole truth. Yeah, this is now someone who's missed a magical opportunity because the other person's now, see, not really interested. Someone's gotten bored, they've lost interest, they're not thinking this person's just not their type, but it is a missed opportunity. See, someone shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yep. I don't know if it's someone who's involved with other people. Yeah, maybe you're feeling this is someone involved with other people. So you don't feel safe because they're not telling you everything. It's like you know, right? Often you just know. Yeah, see, it doesn't feel safe. It no longer feels comfortable. Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. I feel like you've literally taken back your power, but it's because they push you away, then you stand up to them. Yeah, and I do think you took a risk with this person. You took a risk because you found them attractive. There was a spark there. There was something there. And then they put on the brakes and ignore you or reject you. Yeah, it's just, I just feel someone should have just told someone the truth. Yeah, this was likely something on and off. Now we have someone pushing the stop button, getting off the ride here. This is where someone's like, enough is enough. This person's still holding on. They haven't let go. It's a person who doesn't want to let go of somebody, but yet they keep putting on the brakes and rejecting the other person. They feel like it won't go in their favor. Like they think they're trying to avoid a disaster, but all of this could have been avoided. This person's seeing them in a favorable light. And you see, it's just someone who's different than their usual type. But this is where someone feels now because they've lost interest. They're bored of this. They're done. That's why they stand up for themselves. I think this is someone who literally may have blocked somebody too. Because sometimes they don't want to hear what the other person has to say. Yeah. Because it is listening, hearing, talking. Someone may have been talking to some other people here, though. That's what I feel. This is someone going down a path, getting out, talking to other people. But see, there's no commitment. This is someone who won't commit. So there's a fear of commitment, but a fear of intimacy. This person doesn't want to be intimate with this person because they feel like they need to protect themselves because this is somebody here who won't commit. Anybody who won't make a commitment, you can't trust them, right? You can't. You got to keep yourself safe. But yeah, they're holding on. They don't want to let go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like I feel like you're taking a step back here. And I feel like you're looking at this, feeling different. I do think you're moving on. I do think you've got another person coming in here. But this person literally is in their head. They don't want to let go. Yeah, it looks like you got a choice. Someone different than your usual type. Maybe they're more your type. I mean, it all depends who you are. This person, they could be an Aries, Leo, Sag, but I'm feeling, and I do see that energy, but it's often just someone's energy. They're bold, they're confident. See someone who's confident, bold. They just go for it. They're not afraid to take a leap of faith. I feel some of you have taken a leap of faith with someone who did all this, though. Yeah. But this person is someone who's a natural born leader. They take the lead. Yeah. I think it's just about your types here. Yeah, you got someone new coming in. They're positive, high vibration. They're happy. But I don't know if you think there's something off. They're not your type. Because I do see that too. Yeah, it could be someone who's popular. I do see that popular. They get a lot of attention. Somebody who's well known in the community. Maybe they're close to home, your neighborhood. But this is about somebody who doesn't want to make any kind of commitment. It's whether they're actually your type or not. I think you're losing interest. I feel like you already know, because you're looking at this situation. I see it no longer feels safe. It doesn't feel comfortable. It feels off. Yeah, you need someone who will commit. See, this is someone who comes in, they make a commitment. But it's whether they will or not. That's another thing. I'm not so sure that's actually, an actual commitment, but it's somebody who they started, they come in right. They know what they want. See, this is someone who probably didn't even know what they wanted. So why do people start things when they don't know what they want? So you have to ask yourself why. Why does somebody start something if they don't know what they want? You're not an experiment. It would feel off. Yeah, you look at it that way. It's funny how that popped into my head, but it's like, why do people start things when they don't know what they want? This person knows what they want, but I still feel like you're not sure they're your type, though. See, the Pentacle's going to come off. It has to do with someone who cooperates, compromise, compatibility. I don't think you're going to budge in even to this person, because I do think they're popular. Someone who, somebody who's popular in the social circle, or they always have friends around. There's always people around, maybe at their home, I don't know. But it's all about building it's really more about the foundation. This person's coming in right. They're positive. They're happy. They know what they want. So maybe you're pushing this person away. Maybe it's yourself. But it could have to do with because of another person too. See, once you deal with someone who won't commit, I think it's a fear of being intimate with someone, feeling you need to protect yourself. And it could be because of something that's happened before. Feel like you're a little guarded. You're afraid to let someone in. See, this other person's afraid to let someone in emotionally. Then there's the fear of intimacy. And I wouldn't be surprised it's them too. They feel they need to protect themselves maybe. Could go either way. Just take it as it resonates. But there's a lot to do with money and someone's financial foundation. This person's protecting their money more than anything. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I feel like you got a new person possibly coming in. I do think they're coming in right, but you're looking like, are they really my type? Or like you see there's a little bit of a risk here, especially if they're really popular. Some of you have taken a risk before. You see, and then somebody pushed you away and put on the brakes. I feel like you've taken back your power, though. This is the thing. It's like now it's you going, thank you, but no thank you. But see, this person's now taking another look. Because you got someone new. So there's that. I feel like I'm surprised the regret card hasn't come out, because they are so in their head. I don't think this person's actually let go yet. They're not ready to let you go. Yeah. There you are. See, there's this soul searching going down this path. I feel like you're looking at kind of which way to go here. It's about going down this path again. You're looking, and I do think one last look over your shoulder, you're looking at where you've been. See, there's always a risk that you could get hurt. I do think there's a fear of intimacy here because, yeah, I don't know if this person, I do feel, see, it's about getting comfortable. You need time to get comfortable with someone. This person's coming in. Maybe they're coming on too strong. I mean, they're just really confident. But yeah, it's about spending time together, doing things together. So you don't even know if you have anything in common. You might have more in common. It's possible you know that, but it's all about compatibility and being common. This is someone who compliments you, tells you you look good. Interesting. I feel like you were trying to build this other person up by complimenting them or something, like building them up, and I don't know. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Oops, these cards. Oh, I love these cards so much. Why do I keep picking them? Yeah. So there's some trust issues there. It's all about trust issues. Yeah, I feel like you're just kind of letting somebody know that you're open and available, but I don't know. I feel like you're afraid to let someone in. I do think it is about being intimate with someone because of their path, their history, maybe their lifestyle. I don't know. I mean, because I feel like it's about learning and knowing something, but I think the part about this other person, they're talking to people, they hear good things, they feel like you're compatible, they feel happy, they're positive, they want to get it going, they're not afraid of taking the lead. Yeah, I feel like we know Queen of Pentacles energy, you often like to sit down and look, do I see myself with this person? Do I feel like I could be happy with this person? So you're looking at the bigger picture here. I'm going to have to say you probably, I don't know, it looks like happy home, it looks like happiness. It's all about just putting yourself out there. I feel like this person just puts themselves out there. I mean, it could be someone here, it could be yourself, maybe you're new or newly single, but yeah, I just feel like it's about seeing the bigger picture, happy home, happy life. Now's the time for you to figure out what it is you want. That's what I feel, what makes you happy. And I feel like you're almost at the point now, because of this, you're just not sure right now. Yeah, see, keeping it all in. I feel like you already know the answers you're seeking, but it's something very, I see privacy too. I feel like privacy, maybe an agreement between two people. Whatever goes on between you stays between you. But yeah, a lot of this is just your private thoughts. Yeah, should I or shouldn't I? Or comparing this person to someone else. Yeah, this is this on and off. Like it's just an inner struggle. Yeah, it's about it's saying to just be calm. Make decisions when you're calm. That's what it's all about, right? Make a decision when you're calm. Yeah, a lot of focus on work, your home. But it has to do with somebody going within. Into me, I see. Do you see this working? Do you see yourself happy? But it also has to do with this person building and putting in effort. Yeah, I feel like you've dealt with someone who doesn't put in a lot of effort. But I do see a lot of focus on work. I feel like you're trying to keep everything in balance here. Yeah, some of you see doing all the work. Someone here needs to do some inner work. I feel some of you have done that. Yeah, on trust issues. I feel like you definitely want love. Yeah, there's been hurt. I was just looking at the Queen of Cups and out come the Three of Swords. So there's been some hurt and heartache here. Yeah, it could be somebody who was keeping a secret. Maybe you don't know for sure. You don't know what to think, but I definitely can feel you're not feeling safe. Like they're not telling you everything. Third party. Yeah, I think you're a bit concerned about that. They're happy, they're positive, high vibration, they take the lead. I think a lot of it has to do with the King of Swords. I feel this is someone new. But I don't know if you've actually let go with this person. Have you actually let go? Is it you who hasn't let go, or is it the other person? Who is this other person? Just in their head, we'll just see. It's not always their sign. Someone who's longing for love. Someone missing you. They're in their head. Tell me more about this person. Yeah, they're reminiscing. I see Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I mean, they could be anyone. It's just energy, but it's an energy of manifesting. And there is mirroring, because like I say, it's the Chariot, the Four of Pentacles. You're mirroring that energy. I do think this is something still manifesting. I don't think this person's let go, or you haven't. Yeah, it's all about interest, whether someone's really interested, whether the situation serves, or even I don't even think you know if the feelings are mutual. I feel like you've maybe let this person know that you care, that you're interested, that you're open, maybe even told them how you feel, but they're still not trusting it. Yeah. It's telling you, I do think you're playing it safe. I feel like you're open. You're playing it safe, though. Yeah, you're looking out for yourself. You're looking out for number one. I don't blame you. Like I say, if this is someone popular, even both of these people, there's something maybe they have in common. Something they have in common, whether you're their type, you're looking at that. The Empress isn't an energy of someone who worries about zodiac signs. They look at their type. They look at people's energy, how much effort they put in, whether they make you happy, whether they're reliable, stable. Yeah. Yeah, I do feel, yeah, I can see it's an energy of providing. Yeah. See, I feel like you feel somebody here is interested only what you can provide. But it's an energy of them. You should be the one going, you should expect. See, this is about expecting something. It's about a person who will provide. And I do think it's the King of Wands. They are also a provider. But are they interested in you only what you can provide? And I do think there's this, it's the fear of emotion or physical intimacy more than anything. Yeah. Yeah. As soon as I said it, brought it out. See, there's this, it's about the two of you coming together. I feel like if they are a popular person in your social circle and you know they get a lot of attention, it's where you need to speak up and speak your mind. See, this is somebody here who'll just speak truth and say it like it is. They expect truth. This is someone who expects truth. And I do think you have someone who should have told you the truth. I mean, they could have trust issues because they had somebody who put them in a third party. See, there's always confusion, illusion, unknown until you have a conversation. That's what I feel needs to happen here. It's just a fear of being hurt, third parties. You don't know. You feel like they're not telling you everything. Yeah. Yeah. See, it's all about harmony. It's about being fair. It's about making something right, doing things right. So you got a person who didn't come in right, but you felt because of that, this person didn't have your best interest. Now you got a person who's coming in right. Oh no, please don't. But you feel like you need to protect yourself. Yeah, I do see that internal struggle, the Two of Pentacles. Should I or shouldn't I, comparing one to the other? I do think they both have something in common here, that you're their type. But is it what they provide, or are they more interested in what you provide? And that's where I feel. I think it's telling you just calm down and make a decision. Just calm down. Wait till you're calm and you'll see things clear. See, this person sees things clearly. That's why I feel they see things clearly. Yeah, I think this person knows you probably have a new person here. It does look like there's definitely new, but it's about clarity. It's about truth. See, the truth shall set you free. This person needs to tell you the truth, or you need to tell them how you feel. It could go that way. Yeah, but you do have new. That's why I feel there's a little jealousy. It's someone who's jealous. That's what the Three of Swords is, likely. Yeah, someone who's jealous of someone else, but yet they wouldn't budge and give in. So now that you got something new, they're jealous. You know, if you can't trust them, you can't trust them. It says, look before you leap. If it doesn't feel right, it's all about how your body feels when you're around someone. If you don't feel safe or you can't be yourself and be comfortable, they're probably just not right for you. Yeah, but it looks like you got some choices here to make. You know, it's really about, you have to do what's right for you. That's what I feel with justice. It's whether someone's right for you or not. But in the end, you need to do what's right for you. Do they feel right for you? Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. Worry about you. Yeah. You got to do what's right for you. Just a little on that Four of Cups. Yeah, you got a person who wants to ask you out. See, they want to date. See, I think you're rejecting the other person, or you've lost interest because they're not right. I do think you're going to calm down and make the right choice. It's just a person who makes you happy. Who makes you happy? Do they come in right? Are they fair? Do they treat you with respect, kindness, compassion? See, you're just trying to balance everything out here. You're going to find your own. This is about your inner balance, that little struggle. I'm going to tell you, nothing probably compares to one of them. One of them, they do have things in common, these two people, but I feel like one of them is just a lot more positive, happier, and it's whoever makes you happy, but you got to do what makes you happy too. Yeah, that's what it is. Whoever makes you happy. The person you can be yourself with, where you're comfortable, where you can just be you, because it's all about the reality. It's about being real, showing somebody your real self. See, this is someone showing you their real self. Another person didn't. And I'm not even sure what signs they are, to be honest. This is definitely a very energy read here. Yeah, big time. But it's about bold, taking risks, being passionate about what it is you want, what you desire, you know. Yeah, it's not always about physical attraction too, and that could be part of it. So you try not to choose someone just because you're physically attractive, because the person who's the most attractive may not be the right person. Yeah, I feel like you're going to balance yourself here. You're going to balance it. This person here is trying to balance their head and heart too, but they're not quite there yet. They are a little cold. It's a fear of emotional intimacy, physical intimacy, whatever it is. I think you're afraid to be physically intimate with someone because of a situation that's happened before. Some of you third parties, but yeah. Yeah, just because someone makes you happy doesn't mean it's safe either, right? Wow. Heavy stuff. I think you got this, though. I feel like this person's going to take you out on a date. They want to be with you. They want to spend time. Yeah, they'd like to get you alone. This is the thing. It's about being alone with someone. Wherever you're most comfortable, you know. If you know who this person is, I feel like you know who they are. You already know the answers. Invite them to your home where you're more comfortable, where you can be yourself. And don't be afraid to speak up and speak your mind. And that's what I feel like you need to do. You need to say what you need to say. You need to say what you need to say. Yeah? You need to look out for yourself. There's that Nine of Pentacles trying to come out here. Oh, are you kidding me? Stop sticking. Yeah. Yeah. It's all about looking out for you. With justice and harmony, you have the right to do what's right for you, to decide yourself if someone's right for you or not. Yeah, if you feel like somebody's kind of controlling or it doesn't feel right, just your intuition is telling you to pay attention to the red flags. Some of you may have had that in the past. The red flags were cautioning you, you took a risk and ended up hurt or involved in a third party. So you ended up with a broken heart, some of you. Aw. Yeah. Just do whatever feels right for you. If somebody doesn't want to cooperate or compromise in any way, or they want everything their way, obviously they're controlling. Obviously they're somebody, and I do see a person who's kind of cold, but I do think this is the person who should have told you the truth, because what they've done is they've made everything complicated and very confusing. So maybe just wait and hear what somebody has to say. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles is you looking out for you. It's also making sure that this person's single too. That's another thing. But I do see there's other people, so that's what I mean. See how they conduct themselves around their friends and family. The person is treated with respect around people, where they're held in high regard. There's things maybe that you don't see. I don't see there's things that you know. There's a lot I feel like you don't know. But that's because somebody didn't tell you everything. Because of fear of commitment, intimacy, or just emotional, connecting emotionally. I feel like you're definitely emotionally available. It's not you that way, it's them. The King of Swords. The other person's just bold and confident, high vibrational. But Just because they, I mean, it is about someone who makes you happy, but just because someone makes you happy doesn't mean they're the right person. Boy, oh boy, I tell you, I wouldn't want to be you, because this is back and forth, and that's that Two of Pentacles. It's doing it in the reading, and it's like, my head's going, whew, just need to calm down and make a decision. Just do whatever is right for you, whatever makes you feel safe. Yeah, because we know the Queen of Pentacles likes to feel stable and safe. You like to be comfortable. Yeah. I think you look out for yourself. You're not chasing anyone. You don't need somebody. I feel like you'd like to have somebody. Yeah. Take care. Bye for now.